Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, and the house has been built by guys from Boomer to Dick. Home to the Maryland Terrapins, where the fans are eager to welcome visitors into the shell. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Illinois Fighting Illini taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Terrapins will boot it away to start the game. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Illinois Fighting Illini offense will have the ball first. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's off to the races. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will go to work for the first time today. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that...
Oh, he's going to go up top. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side.
And that's just nice patience and a great route. One-on-one, working the defender, taking his time, getting out of his break, locating the football, and making the catch just in time in bounds.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. From the gun. With the catch, it's Manning. Pushed down for the tackle.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he...
Oh, ball's out! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, I tell you what, those backup running backs, they don't get very many opportunities to prove themselves and deserve more carries and show the coaching staff. And when you do, and you fumble on the first carry, oof, you're not going to get many more opportunities either.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He's looking for a man on second down. Flips it out to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Robinson. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The give to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get it down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And the Terrapins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Maryland! And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He looks that one in nicely. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Williams. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The run from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He's going to run it. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. That incompletion brings up 3rd down for the offense. Handoff from the gun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Offense getting set for 1st down. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's loose. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
1st down to start the drive after the break. They're getting this guy lathered up. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the returner will be brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to get behind the defense. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
On first down from their own 22. Running back goes in motion. Going up top on first down. At the 35, he's open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Handoff to the single back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Defense. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Terrapins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Trying to surge it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Griffin. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Offense in a bunch formation. He wants to pass it on second down. He's got it. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. See what they dial up on 1st and 10.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
After the misfire, now on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
To the ground, he's got it again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On second down, wants to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd and California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. The snap sets up the throw. He'll try to do it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Fires the pass, intercepted. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Illini!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. He finds his man, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's going to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Manning. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. And you saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on first down.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Got it in the middle. It's Howard. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. And the Terrapins are on the move. Out of the gun, the inside give.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. On the ground, it's Ray. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. It'll be a draw. Oh, gave the defender the business. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
He lobs one high down the left side. Brings it inside the 10. Touchdown, Terrapins! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Pocket starts to collapse. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Makes the grab. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. And for this defense, giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Motion from the offense. They'll try the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looking left. Got him, and nobody's close.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And the Terrapins are rolling down the field. Using his legs, it's Robinson.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push and just kind of give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff to the single running back. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They believe they can run right here.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. That's caught. It's Howard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun to give, looking for room. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one splits the upright. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Back to the ground game on the left. On the move at the 30. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out.
Nothing but green ahead. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Illinois right back to the line.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Bauer. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bauer. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown, Maryland! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Illinois offense returns to the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The completion short of the sticks. It's second down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that is beautiful execution by the defense. What do I do with that option? String him along. Don't let him make a quick decision. Don't let it be obvious. Did a good job slow playing it, stretching it out. Everybody being able to run the football, use the sideline as a defender. Nice job by the defense.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They move the tight end all over. To the ground with the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through it.
The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's going to let it go. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
On second down, looking to throw.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sanders. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Second down.
He's back to throw on second down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Illinois lining up quickly. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a man on the left. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. And now on second down for this offense. This defense will try to keep everything in front. He wants to throw here on second down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. At midfield, he's got room. And he's running in the open. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Offense set on first down. They'll go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Second and long here, but objective number one, keep that clock moving. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got him downfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. To the air on first down. Grabs it in the middle. Makes the catch and knocked down. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's going to pass on second down. It's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bauer. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. And the D deny them on second and goal. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Looking to throw on second down. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Trying to punch it in. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. First down here for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's